Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone rule, with many great examples to his younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. And I'm going to get straight into it. Lord, when this edifying lesson. And I'm going to get straight into it. It reads, shots fired into Instacart driver's car after it turned into the wrong property. And this happened, this was posted 21 hours ago. It came to my phone it ain't come to my phone 21 hours. It just came to my phone when I was getting off work early, right before I got off. It reads Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A Florida prosecutor has ordered an investigation in a confrontation in which a homeowner fired shots into a couple's car when they mistakenly turned into the property while making a late-night grocery delivery. Police closed the case without consulting the state attorney office. No one was injured by the gunfire in the upscale Fort Lauderdale suburb, but it's the last in a state. It is the last. It is the latest in a spat of similar shootings across the U.S. In which I'm gonna put a clip at the end of this clip. I'm gonna have to find it. Of the elder in Vegas, he put up a little clip, and there's similar things happening all around. It say no it say in US was people have mistakenly turned into the wrong property or gotten in the wrong car. One person has been killed and others seriously wounded. It say in this case the shooter told police the car was being driven erratically, struck his leg and made him fear for himself and his son. It's late night. How the vehicle struck your leg? What you doing outside late night in the upscale? It's a vehicle struck his leg and made him fear for his life, himself, and his son. And that's just an excuse to try to get up out of going to jail. It's a Broward County State Attorney Harold issued a statement saying police investigators never contacted his office about the April 15th shooting in Southwest Ranches that put at least 2 bullets into a car driven by a 19-year-old Wade Thomas Jr., who was with his 18-year-old girlfriend, Diamond Darville, however you say that. But that's pretty much the point. I ain't gonna read all of it. The point being is how people are on edge. we living in that perilous day, that evil day. We living in some dangerous times, and it's gonna get worse. People gonna get worse. People gonna get more crazy, so to speak. Let's just get the precept. That's the book of Matthew chapter 24 and verse 12. It say, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, so the love of many gonna wax colder and colder. Your life ain't even in danger yet, and people turn in the wrong driveway. People get to shooting. People knock on the wrong door. People get to shooting. Okay, if somebody knocking on your door, you don't know who it is. You ain't even got the logical thing to do is not even go to the door. Now they trying to kick your door down, or they doing something like that. Okay, of course you defend yourself. Or if the car pull up, in your yard and stall there, and you know, do something to let them know you watching them or whatever, and they don't leave and they don't make themselves known who they is or nothing like that, then you still can just stay. You just stay in the house. You know, people ain't calling the authority no more, so to speak. People taking matters into their own hand. You know, which these people don't be in danger. These people just trigger happy. The love of many is waxing cold. You know, people you accidentally do something and it can lead to your death, man. And it can be a sincere accident. You know, you're not even trying to do nothing as far as trying to kill nobody or rob them, or you know, you just make an honest mistake. But that's the Lord who will cause you to make an honest mistake to get yourself killed, because life and death belongs to the Lord. All these things are because the Lord. All these things that happen in the earth is because the Lord ordained these things to happen. You know. But I'm going to reread it. This Matthew 24 verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And we see that happening. This 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1, it say, and this knowing, and this know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. So like you know, knowing this in the last days, perilous times shall come. And we living in the last days and we seeing perilous times in the earth, man. You know, it's a danger. This earth is dangerous, man. This earth is filled with violence. People crazy as hell. People on edge. You know, you get shot in a road rage accident. You get killed. You know, all kinds of different ways, man. Because we in that perilous day, that perilous time. You know, well, the Lord is getting ready to come back and visit the earth for good. You know, he gonna come bring that last judgment, the second death. But before the second death actually officiate itself, so to speak, before, you know, the Lord return, it's gonna be all out chaos. The love of many gonna wax cold. People gonna basically be like animals, no morals, you know, because that's an animalistic behavior. Somebody turn the wrong driveway, you just open the door or lean out the window and get to shooting, man. You know, that's that's some animalistic shit. You know, you know how lions or something like that, bear, you on the wrong territory, they just attack. You know, don't ask the bear don't ask you no question. He just attack, man, because you too close. And that's how people are in the earth. They like animals, man. You know why? Because they don't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. In which, you know, you do need to be leery of, you know, somebody turning your driveway or whatever. But if they don't get out the car, you know, they don't cause you no threat, of course you ain't gotta just go off the deep end and go to shooting or, you know, doing nothing crazy. You just peep the scene out. You watch. You definitely better be watching, because it could be the opposite. You know, somebody could be trying to rob you or kill you or break into your house or do something like that. So, of course, you watch, but you ain't got to react without a cause, so to speak, you know. And that's what people are doing. They reacting without a cause, you know. But you'll see in the clip, because this sparked my I was like, damn, this happened. It happened again, because the brother put up a video of a few different incidents where this was happening a couple of days ago. You know, stuff like this, and this close to home. It's right over in Florida. You know, we in Mobile, Alabama, but this happened right in Florida. Let's get this. This Ephesians chapter 5, make sure, in verse 15, it reads, see, then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. Yeah, being aware, paying attention, not just lollygagging, not paying attention. You got to be paying attention at all times, and also praying. Like the scriptures say, watch ye therefore, watch ye as well as pray. That you're able to escape all these things that shall come to pass. And what are some of the things that gonna come to pass? Perilous times. We living in dangerous times. This earth is filled with violence, man. We gotta pray that the Lord protect us in this wicked ass world, man. In this dangerous place, man. You know? Which the Lord is gonna do for his elect, man. I honestly believe that. The Lord is gonna protect his elect from a lot of different things, such as getting caught up in a gunfight and all this old crazy shit. We gonna die for the word, man. That's what I honestly believe. If we have to go, we gonna go because, which the Lord can do whatever he want. But we gonna die. This just me speaking as a man as well. I believe we gonna die through the persecution of the word. That's what I believe. Just honestly, because you got brothers who Instacart and DoorDash and Uber Eat, and this could easily be us. That do it because I do it here and now, and it's easy to turn into the wrong driveway. Or stop at the wrong house. Some houses don't be having the address written on it. Some houses, be pulled off in the back, or the map just pull you to anywhere, stop you in the middle of the road. You got to figure it out, so this could easily happen to a brother in the truth, you know. But, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we're going to be protected, man. And that's through faith. So we not worried about those different things. We trust in the Lord. It say, wherefore be ye, verse 16, it say, redeeming the times because the days are evil. Yeah, that's why you should be circumspect, and not as a fool, just lollygagging like, you're not living in evil times. It say, because the days are evil, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And this is the will of the Lord, that violence enter into the earth, that people start acting the way they acting. But guess what? This the book of Psalms chapter 23 and verse 4. It say, yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, it comfort me. And that's pretty much the point. Hey, man, we walking through the valley of the shadow of death, man. You can get killed for trying to drop somebody food off to make you some money, or turning in the wrong driveway, or accidentally walk into a car. I'm pretty sure other people, everybody have done that. It's two cars, you ain't paying too much attention, and you walk into the wrong car, you know. And then you look, damn, this ain't my car. Especially if you ever had a rental car and then another car pull up beside you, because a rental car ain't your car, so you really ain't familiar with the vehicle. I did it with a rental car before. You like see a different car that looks close to similar to it, and you walk to that car. This ain't even the car. This ain't even the rental car. It can happen. But, hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're going to be protected through the valley of the shadow of death. And we're not going to fear evil. We're going to, hey, the Lord going to protect us, man. We got to stay prayed up, watch ye as well as pray, at the end of the day. And if we be of the elect, the Lord going to protect us, man. That's it. So that's pretty much the point. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to end to giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, rule web, and a great example to his young brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the whole elect. Shalom. Kwam Yashala, Baba. Shalom.
A Kansas City teenager is fighting for his life after being shot for knocking on the wrong door. The family of 16-year-old Ralph Yarl says he was trying to pick up his younger brothers when he mistook one address for another.
On April 13th, just before 10 o'clock p.m., officers were called to a residence where a teen was shot in front of the residence by a homeowner. The teen was transported to a local hospital for his injuries. The homeowner was taken into custody and placed on a 24-hour investigative hold. Detectives and crime scene personnel immediately responded, processed the scene, and recovered the firearm.
A 20-year-old woman was fatally shot after turning up the wrong driveway in upstate New York. Police say Kaylin Gillis was in the car with 3 friends looking for a friend's house in the rural area of Hebron, New York on Saturday night. After mistakenly pulling into the wrong driveway, police say Kevin Monahan came out of the house and fired 2 shots. One of the shots struck Gillis. They then drove to the neighboring town of Salem to get cell service and call for help. Emergency responders performed CPR on Gillis, but she was pronounced dead.
There was clearly no threat from anyone in the vehicles. There was no reason for Mr. Monahan to feel threatened, especially as it appears the vehicles were leaving at the time.
According to officials, Monahan, who was 65, refused to come out of his house when officers arrived. He has been charged with second-degree murder and is being held in Warren County Jail.
And this is a shooting that leaves a small Texas community absolutely stunned and shocked. You mentioned these 2 cheerleaders were wounded. One of them is now recovering, and this morning, for the first time, Savannah, she's speaking out. In Elgin, Texas, an outpouring of support for a beloved cheerleader whose team says was injured in a shocking shooting Monday night that may have been over a misunderstanding. According to NBC's affiliate KPRC, the shooting happened when a group of cheerleaders stopped at a grocery store, and one of the group accidentally tried to get into the wrong car, stopping after seeing someone else in the car. After the girl tried to apologize, the man began firing.
I just, halfway my window was down, he just threw his hands up and then he pulled out a gun. And then he just started shooting at all of us.
Overnight, Elgin police arrested and charged Pedro Tello Rodriguez Jr., who they say fired into a vehicle after an altercation in a grocery store parking lot. Authorities say one victim had serious injuries and was helicoptered to a hospital. A local gym owner says that was Peyton Washington, a young cheerleader well known in the community.
She's won every title there is to win in all-star cheerleading. She's literally a role model for the kids in this industry throughout the country. Everybody knows her.
Friends posting on social media calling for support and prayers for the high schooler. It's one of several shootings to gain national attention recently. In rural upstate New York, 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis was shot and killed Saturday night when the SUV she was in accidentally pulled in to the wrong driveway. Investigators say Kevin Monahan walked out of his home and fired 2 shots at the vehicle. He has pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. And this morning, Gillis's boyfriend, Blake Walsh, spoke exclusively with NBC News and said he just wants to share with the world how good of a person his girlfriend was. Meanwhile, we have since reached out to the suspect in that Elgin, Texas shooting, but as of right now, have yet to hear back. Savannah?
All right, Morgan, thank you very much.